Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded, but hopefully I get more consistent with uploading in the future. But I kind of just fell out of love with FIFA, and I'm hoping that EA24 will bring something different. And with that, they dropped a trailer. They've been dropping news. And today I'm going to be talking about 5 things I want implemented into EA24 Ultimate Team. So for number 5, I have stadium customization. I like that FIFA implemented a lot of these celebrations, a lot of the tifos, a lot of the seat colors, the pitch pattern with the grass. But I feel like there was just too many of them. There was just too many things, and like I feel like when you open packs, packing these things are like so irrelevant. When you look for them in the store, they were just shitty to look for, and it kind of just ruined the overall game experience. Because yes, it was something new, but it was just kind of something really minor and pretty much inefficient. And I feel like it would just be a lot better if they got rid of them. Overall, I feel like they just weren't needed, and I feel like when you start Ultimate Team, you should probably just have them all unlocked, all the celebrations unlocked, all the tifos, all the jerseys, because who cares about any of that? You're having to buy them, having to look for them on the transfer market is just a waste. And so I am ranking these from like least important to most important. And for number 4, I have consistent gameplay. So for consistent gameplay, I feel like it was important for the game to have like a steady flow of gameplay, throughout the whole of FIFA and throughout the different game modes. Because I don't know for you guys, but personally, I did experience a shitload of different gameplay when I would switch from FUT Champs to Division Rivals to the friendly game modes. I feel like FUT Champs was a really fast-paced game mode, and it felt like pretty smooth most of the time. But when I went to Division Rivals, my players were so slow and sloppy, and they couldn't complete passes to save their fucking lives, and it really just pissed me off. So I feel like it is really important for EA, since they're doing their own thing separate from FIFA. It is really important that they get this game right. It is important that they get consistent gameplay throughout all the different game modes. Now let's talk about pretty much FIFA or EA's pretty much biggest selling point and biggest change up throughout these years. It's FUT Champs. FUT Champs is a key staple of why everyone plays the game every weekend. They play Division Rivals throughout the week just to get to FUT Champs, and FUT Champs pretty much where all the big rewards come in, and pretty much everyone wants to play FUT Champs all the time. And I feel like because of how FIFA implemented FUT Champs last year, I feel like the changes were good. Less games and the point system. I think it worked pretty well, but I feel like for me, they should just make it a little bit less competitive, because it is evident that Division Rivals is the competitive game mode now. Like people try to get to the elite division and get their skill rating up, and it's clear that pretty much pro players are gonna want to be playing Division Rivals more than they're playing FUT Champs. And so I feel like FUT Champs shouldn't be as much of a competitive game mode, or at least that they should have a second FUT Champs. But I feel like FUT Champs in general should just be more fun. It should just be more fun for the casual player. And I feel like that you should either make the rewards like less rewarding if you're gonna make it a little bit more fun, or more rewarding if you're gonna make it less fun. So for me, the way I kind of decided that I feel like EA should make FUT Champs more fun is that they should have themed FUT Champs weekends. They should have themed FUT Champs weekends. Maybe not every weekend, that way it becomes a little bit fresh, but maybe one weekend out of the 4 weekends that you have, it's like, oh, you should do an all French team, or you should have 5 MLS players on your team, or you should have 6 MLS players on your team, or 6 bronze players on your team, or you should have a team like it's pretty much like an SBC before a team, and you actually have to play with this team for the weekend. That way players are constantly using new players that they probably never thought they would use before, and it keeps teams fresh. Maybe they like this new player that they really like, or they use a random player up top as a striker, and they decide to fall in love with this player, and it becomes like a club hero for them, and they decide to keep this player. You can do a lot of different things, and I feel like content is something that they kind of just lack. And yes, they did implement these a little bit more fun with friendlies, but now with the objectives, they really made you play like 40 friendly games, and it killed the fun out of friendly. So I feel like having a themed FUT Champs would really add something new to the game. And so coming in at number 2, I have frequent updates and patches. I feel like when it came to FIFA 23, I feel like the corner glitch and the Travella are pretty much like the main things that I'm talking about here. With the corner glitch, I feel like it lasted a cool like probably month or so before they changed it. I don't really know the exact timeline, but I feel like once EA find out that there's something that is OP in the game, they should just get rid of it. They should just patch it right away. That way people don't just get stuck on playing this certain way. Like people would just play for corners, and as soon as they get a corner, you're like, oh well, I conceded. And it's a free goal, you know. Once people get used to the glitch and people just get used to certain tactics that pretty much hand you a goal, it kills the fun, you know. That it pretty much makes the game less skillful if you let these things carry on for a whole weekend or for a whole week, even, or even for a whole day. I feel like once they find out, they need to just shut the game down. All right, we're gonna do an update, we're gonna do a patch, and right then and there they should just get rid of it. Yes, like EA has always been really slow with these things, but they should just get on top of these things. It's a new game. It's just we want to have an enjoyable experience. Everyone's gonna be enjoying it because it's something new, but I feel like they should just focus on it. That way it's not soiled right away. And so for my number one thing, this is something that I've always kind of just probably had in the back of my mind, and it kind of just became like a really evident thing this FIFA, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about it, but it's content overload. I feel like content overload is something that people are just okay with when it comes to FIFA nowadays. But I feel like having a promo every single week and having a team 1 and team 2 is so dead, man. It's just so, it's so dead. Like I feel like because EA had nothing else to work with and nothing else to, you know, bring you guys new content, they decided, you know, we're just gonna pump up a bunch of cards, pump out a bunch of cards, and, you know, juice these cards up over and over and over again. And I feel like what it does to the game, it kills gold cards. It pretty much kills gold cards to the ground. Like week 1, you're like, let's say you pack Varane 100k, they drop a team, and then there's this new overpowered center back, your Varane drops to 10k, your Varane drops to 25k. A month into the game, gold cards should just not be useless. Gold cards should have a use, you know. Gold cards should be a little bit more expensive, or, you know, a little bit more valuable to your club. I feel like because they drop all these teams and it's always team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, whatever the fuck, however many fucking teams that they're gonna drop, it's annoying. It's just really annoying because the cards that you have, you should probably play with them for at least a week or two, or maybe 3, you know. Like adding new teams constantly just always kills the game for me. Like having to constantly add cards that are better and new, or, you know, maybe keep cards around the same level, maybe not just always improve them, but people always just want cards that are like super juiced up. Even look at the state of the game now. The state of the FIFA 23 right now is that a card is pretty much useless unless it has 5-star, 5-star, or like 4 out of the 6 stats on the card are 90 plus something, 90 plus pace and like 90 plus something. And it's just really annoying, dude. Like it's just really annoying because, you know, people don't play the game as often. So like if someone misses out on the game for a month or two, they're gonna hop onto the game, hop with the regular gold team, and everyone's gonna have special cards. Everyone's gonna have like promo cards that have like 90 plus plays, 86 plus shooting. And maybe that just sounds regular to you guys, but that's not what most people are gonna have, what a casual player is gonna have whenever they join on the game. And I feel like it's something really important that a lot of people don't really talk about because everyone just loves new content. Yes, new cards are cool, but I feel like EA should just slow down and maybe instead of every 2 weeks have a new promo, which is pretty stupid in my opinion. I feel like it should just be like once a month or once every 3 weeks, or, you know, a little bit slower implemented. I feel like one team for 2 weeks and then having casual SBCs is fine. But I feel like now, because of what everyone wants a team 2, everyone says W promo, L promo, everyone just is constantly looking for like a new card, new things to do. And I feel like EA should just focus on the gameplay and new game modes rather than having to constantly pump out cards to keep the community happy. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. If you guys have any other ideas for what Ultimate Team should be or what they should add, leave it down in the comments. And if you guys want me to make another video on maybe career mode, pro clubs, online seasons, which is also a dead game mode, you know, feel free to leave a comment. But other than that, that's gonna be it for today's video. Peace out.